Hello everyone, let's have a look at the market snapshot. Where do we currently stand? If we look at the India participation, the advances are going down. Like for last few sessions, the advances were getting higher, but then today the fall has been significant, and the current standing stands at around 220 to 30 odd advances against a decline of 270 to 80 odd. If we look at leadership, again, uh, there's no improvement for sure here. uh, Leave about improvement, I think this seems to be going down. Today we have only one new high against a 499 of new lows, so that's a significant problem, I would say, in the markets. The breadth, the biggest point of worry. There are around 200 stocks trading above 20 EMA, around about 270 above 50 EMA, and around 220 to 30 odd are above 200 EMA. So this is the biggest problem in the market, I would say. The breadth is not sustaining. So unless and until the breadth helps the indexes, the rise is not going to come in the markets. A sustainable rise will not come. So breadth has to work, but somehow leave about increasing, it seems to be going down. The trend, no surprises here. Nifty 50 remains bearish, trading below 50 MA. Participation very weak, I would say. Breadth again very weak. No changes in Nifty 500 as well, bearish, trading below 50 MA. The participation in Nifty 500, the participation and the breadth was going well, but today it was a significant decline in both those aspects as well, so which is again not a very good news for the markets. Coming to the US markets, the fall was brutal on Friday, uh, but then the advances are not as bad, around 220 to 30 odd against 270 to 780 odd of declines. The worry in the US market, uh, new highs not getting formed and the number of new lows are increasing. If if you would have seen my last week's video, the biggest point of worry in the US market was the breadth. I I told last week as well, somehow all the indexes, be it US 100, S&P 500, Russell 2000, all of them are making new highs. But the problem is the breadth is not supporting, and hence I was not surprised with the fall the markets gave. And again here, if you look at it, the breadth is declining. There are stocks trading above 20 MA, around about 270 to 80 odd, above 50 MA, 270 to 60, above 200 EMA, around about 280. This is a very volatile breadth. It increases, it goes down, but primarily last 5-10 sessions it has been going down. So this is the biggest point of worry, and I guess the fall might remain continued in the US markets. The trend remains intact, because like even if there was a fall on the Friday, but then the markets have risen so much that they're still trailing above most of the rising EMAs. For instance, Nasdaq remains bullish above 50 EMA. Participation looks weak. The breadth is neutral. S&P 500 above 50 EMA. The participation is neutral. The breadth is mixed. Russell 2000 again above 50 EMA, neutral, mixed. Amongst the three, I would say the most decent looking is S&P 500. Let's look at the macro picture. The VIX is above 21, is above 20. Not a, I would not say that's there's anything to worry about that, but I think this is where the rest of the four parameters, they cause a lot of worry about the equity world. Dollar rising, that basically means tighter liquidity in the market, and that's the reason, the moment dollar starts rising, people start look the investors start looking to get conservative. The BTC is bearish, BTC bearish basically means the risk appetite in the market has gone, which is again negative for the equities. Gold is bearish, again defensive. People are looking for conservative things. So overall, these four parameters also confirm the cause of fall in the US markets and globally as such. If we look at the South Korean index Kospi has also fallen brutally, almost 15% in last two sessions. That basically means investors are not very convinced with whatever is happening in the markets. The overall scoreboard, I would say India looks weak, very weak. I would say US still looks neutral based on the last session. Let's see what happens today. Macro looks absolutely uncertain. Uh, that's what the takeaway would be. India looks remains weak with very poor participation in breadth. US market continue to hold above the key moving averages. So the strength remains intact, but it will only follow through if the breadth comes back to the market, which looks difficult for now. Macro conditions remain restrictive as yields and dollar both are rising. Uh, be very conservative, I would say, if you're planning to take few bets. Uh, and Yeah, there's no reason to be aggressive at the moment. That's all for today, guys. Hope you guys found this useful. Thank you so much and have a good one.